Timo, first off, welcome back. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. So it's obviously nice to be back with the guys after being out for a little bit and having to watch the games on TV. So yeah, definitely excited about that.
Do you feel like you're ready to come back, or what's the updated timeline for you?
Yeah, I think tonight should be go. So really excited to join again and get to work. I thought they had a good road trip. Some tight games and played some good hockey, but now it's time to get some points and some really important games.
We'll watch these games. So what's the biggest thing you want to do coming into tonight that you want to make sure to disrupt or create to help this team win?
Yeah, I think every time you come back from injury, you just try to go out there and keep it simple in the beginning, focus on the small tasks, and then just go help the team whatever way you can. If it's finishing a check or blocking a shot or winning a 50-50 battle, just focusing on those little things, and then it's kind of the mindset.
Will it be tough for a player like you to keep things simple?
Yeah, I think if in your head you just kind of worry about one play at a time and don't try to think too far. So like I said, just have the mentality to go out there and just compete hard and do whatever you can to make your team better.
The talent is there, the name are there on the paper. What this team need now to have a good push?
Yeah, for us, I think it's important that we play well without the puck as well. We got a lot of skill, a lot of talent, a lot of players that are really dangerous offensively, and I think if we can really get some good play away from the puck and manage the puck well, those are things that are going to help us, and especially the further you go in the season, those things are really going to matter. So there's going to be tight games, and you just got to be comfortable with playing a simple game, even though you have that skill, but just let the skill take over after you keep it simple and work hard.
With transitions, keeping it simple is so key with this group. What are you seeing that needs to be done to make sure that you guys are getting through the neutral zone quickly and cleanly?
Yeah, I think it's just execution too, and finding the ways to create stuff. Even against teams that play well defensively, you got to find ways to get inside, in front of net, find some more loose pucks there. Maybe off shots from the point, and just getting pucks in there and bodies to net to clean up and get some rebounds.
Sorry if you answered this before. You've come back from injuries before, but how do you fight the sense of I've got to do it all at once? Like I'm coming to the rescue, right? Like, all right, I'm going to be the man. Do you have to guard against trying to do too much?
Yeah, I think it's just keeping it simple and focusing on the little things. I think it's one play at a time, one shift at a time. Just try to win your battles, and I think that's the mentality you got to go in with. Get yourself in the game by finishing a hit or making a good defensive play, or just winning battles. So I think just keeping it one shift at a time, and kind of make yourself ready to play and go out there and make your team better.
Cal, we've seen some injuries hit the D-core, so if you are able to play, what's the main thing that you're looking at from these last games that you want to help bring defensively?
Yeah, I mean, similar to what we talked about like a week ago, just play physical, take care of my own end, and try to shut down their top guys, and take care of the defensive zone and just be hard to play against.
When you see so many players down low, taking away your goaltender's eyes, what do you need to do to have the best positioning as one of the defensemen on the ice?
Yeah, we want to end plays quick. We want to try to stall their cycle and try to break out as fast as we can. But if they do have possession, just make sure you're on the defensive side and try to let Dazzy see the puck as much as you can.
What have you heard about Montreal and what challenges they bring?
Yeah, they got a lot of skill. You look up and down their forwards. They every player seems like he can finish. So just trying to play hard on their skill guys and make sure they don't get good opportunities in front.
We've heard a lot about making sure that first pass on a breakout is executed perfectly. As defensemen, who usually are the ones in the first few touches, what do you guys need to focus on with breakouts and transitions?
Yeah, I mean, as fast as we can get the puck to our forwards and as fast as we can we get it out, it only helps. You don't make a good first pass, you get stuck in your own end and you get more tired, and that builds energy for the other team. So our job is to break pucks out and make sure we play in their end, not ours.
I know that it's been about a week now, so how are you feeling being up here with this club, being used to the players that you're here with versus, I know it's a similar system in Utica, but what are your comfort levels now?
Yeah, being up for almost like a month now combined. I feel definitely more comfortable with all the guys, the coaches, the trainers. So it definitely feels more normal, and I'm ready to go.
That road trip, I know that there was a lot of, we got 3 out of 6 points, the momentum that we heard about from some of the players. But when you come home from a road trip like that and you only have one game at home, what's kind of the mentality shift that you need to have as a group?
Yeah, it was a good road trip. I thought maybe we could have pulled away with a win in Tampa, but coming home for just one game, you want to make sure you have a good one. And in our schedule, there's a lot of games coming up before the break. So the home ones we got to take care of and make sure we're ready to go.
Lindy, we saw Timo Meier on the ice. What's the latest update with him?
Timo's good to go. So Timo's going to play tonight. He skated while we were away every day, and I know he hasn't practiced, but we think he's ready.
What can he bring back to the lineup that's maybe been missing from this group?
Well, I think offensively he can help us. We're missing a lot of good pieces up front, so we know that he was going good before he got hurt, and we hope he can continue where he left off.
Do you have an update on Brendan Smith?
Brendan sprained knee and still being evaluated, is going to be out for a little bit of time.
Last week you told us that Jack Hughes week to week. What's the status of Jack right now? Where's he at?
Still same thing. Nothing has changed. So just keep evaluating.
How encouraging is it to see one piece coming back, though, with Timo?
Good. One piece comes back and one piece went out. I don't like to swap, but at least we get a piece back.
Lenny, looking at some of the power play numbers, not so much the efficiency, players have been out of the lineup, but in the first half of the season, you had a lot more opportunities than you have had in the last 20, and lately not that many. Is there something you've observed as to why penalties haven't been called? Is it something the team's doing? Is it the way the officials are calling things?
Good question. I definitely think we could have got more calls in Boston. Plenty of plays that I wasn't happy with. Why we didn't get them, I don't know. Just got to continue to battle, and you win battles, you win races to the net, you draw penalties.
Has that been done enough?
In certain. You look at the Tampa game again. Thought we played really well, did a lot of good things. Florida game, same thing. I can't answer why.
Nico Dawes obviously has played incredible the past couple games. Just what have you seen from him over this recent road trip and the confidence to put him in the starters net this morning?
Well, I think just what you mentioned. He's played well, gaining confidence. Obviously, just came back. Got him in a few games, and hopefully he can keep bringing us the same type of play.
How close are you to the team that we expect this year?
Well, we can't evaluate right now with the number of personnel we have out of the lineup. When you're missing pieces, you got to find a way to win games. I think we just came off a road trip where I really feel we had a really good chance to win in Tampa. Played one of our best games. We won in Florida against a tough team. We hung around in the Boston game. I didn't play our best, didn't play as well as we did in Tampa or Florida. But we're giving ourselves a chance to win every night. And I think when you've got certain personality or lineup, you've got to play a certain way that's going to give you an opportunity to win games.
With Simon Nemec, just how much more prepared do you think he is because of the experience he had in Utica last year?
Oh, I think it definitely helps. It's a hard league to play in. I believe sometimes a harder league to play in as a young player than it is here, because sometimes the play isn't as disciplined, I guess I would say. Sometimes it can be really physical down there too. But it teaches you to grind, teaches you to pick a good seat on the bus for the ride, and it teaches you that as soon as you get here, you don't want to go back again.
What's the biggest threat Montreal brings tonight?
I think they're gaining confidence in the way they're playing. They're playing hard. They're a tough out right now. I think that they got a lot of confidence in the way they're playing. When I watch the game, I like the way they're playing, and they're playing hard. So they got a power play I think can be dangerous. They got some good shooters that have been able to find the holes and So, for me, it looks like it's a team that's connected and believes in what they're doing, and they believe they're gaining ground with their play.
What's the keys to shutting down a team that is finding confidence? Is it that first period play?
Part of it is, our puck management, not giving up the easy opportunities by handling. I mean, we started the Boston game with we mishandled right off the bat, and we gave Boston just a little energy right off the bat. So if we handle the puck well, which I thought we did in the previous two games, I referenced the 200-foot game. When you get to the blue line, make sure if you have nothing, it gets deep. Then you got to start winning battles. Win battles, make it tough to go through you, and you give yourself a chance to win.
What's the biggest improvement that Simon in the back made recently?
I just think confidence and his defensive play. I think even to start the year, even his first preseason game was loose defensively. But now he's been just a solid defender. He realizes that that's the part that means the most. You got to be able to defend. I think he understands that, and he's played very well for us.
Do you get the sense that there's a little something special in this matchup where he gets to face a friend and a countryman in Slafkovsky?
I think that always means something. It's something that maybe we take for granted, but I think for him, there's probably a little added incentive to say, hey, I was a little better than you in the game. I think it's no different than when the Hughes brothers play each other or the countrymen play each other. You want to be proud of the way you play and maybe show them up a little bit.
Do you remember Miro Shatan wanting to get up for games against Chara?
Yeah. That's a big guy to get games up, get up for a game. That's a big task. I think any time. Obviously those guys got to be familiar with each other, and probably means more, than some of us would recognize.
Lindy, what have you thought of Holtz's play since a lot of the, obviously the injuries have happened?
There's been games I've obviously liked. There's games that I think there's things he can continue to be better at. The last game in Boston, I didn't. Some of the puck play, I just thought it needed to be better. Some of his reads when we were defending weren't as good as they previously had been. But it's all part of growing as a player.